This is Rhett and Tanner. This team has been working together for over a year now. They've been learning how to walk together side by side. That way they won't wander away from Rhett's mom and dad. And they've been practicing really hard at this. Rhett really likes having Tanner with him, and Tanner seems to be having a pretty good time too. We also taught Tanner that he has to walk upstairs one at a time. If he goes too fast, he might make Rhett fall. So we practiced first with Rhett's dad to make sure Tanner knew what he was doing so that we wouldn't have any mistakes when Rhett started trying to climb up and down stairs with him. This will be really important because there are stairs everywhere. We also worked on a very important command. Maybe the most important command that Tanner will ever learn is to keep Rhett from wandering out of the yard. So what we did was we took him on a leash and we taught him that the only time he can ever leave the yard is if Rhett's mom and dad are holding the leash. If they're not holding the leash, he has to stop at the edge of the yard and he cannot go into the street. We worked a long time on this, and Tanner got really good at this exercise. Because this command is so important, we practiced over and over, again and again, to make sure Tanner never made a mistake and he always got it right. We gave him a break from that training and went back to walking with Rhett. It's really important that Tanner knows that he has to stay close to Rhett, but also Rhett's parents. So we worked really hard to teach Tanner to look to where the parents are at, to make sure they're not far away, and to make sure Rhett is safe. And I think Rhett really likes walking with Tanner. He seems to enjoy it very much. We also had to teach Tanner to fit into very small places, so when he goes to school or when he gets on an airplane, he can get in a little tiny space and curl up and be out of the way. Remember that training not to leave the yard? Well, we added Rhett in there, and we wanted to see what Tanner would do if Rhett was pulling on the leash. You'll see that Tanner stays planted on the ground and he refuses to move. When Rhett's mom came out, Tanner stood up, but as soon as Rhett tried to go out of the yard, he laid back down. This will keep Rhett safe and make sure he never runs out into the road when a car is coming or wanders away from home. This is a very important command for Rhett and Tanner to do. No matter how hard Rhett pulls, Tanner stays. Good job, guys. We wanted to practice in different places, not just one spot in the yard. So we went to the driveway. We wanted to see what would happen. Rhett's dad runs out into the road, and Tanner not only stops, but he turns around and pulls Rhett back into the yard, making sure that he doesn't step into the road and get hurt. What a great job these two are doing. Then it was off to the grocery store. A trip to Costco to see if Tanner could do all of his commands in a public place. Tanner helps to keep Rhett calm. Rhett doesn't get as upset or excited or stressed when Tanner's with him. But what if mom and dad are looking at something on the shelf and can't pay attention? Rhett might wander off. Remember that command about not moving if the parent isn't holding the leash? Well, we practiced in the grocery store, and even when a shopping cart went by, Tanner stayed planted. Good job. When Dad said come, Tanner came to him. And then we wanted to let Tanner lie down one more time and see what would happen. So Tanner lays back down again, and Dad walks away to look at things on the shelf to see what will happen if Rhett tries to come. You'll see Rhett is really pulling, but Tanner stayed. And of course, at the end of the day, it's time to play. These two love to play ball. We've taught Tanner to be very gentle and even lay down before the ball is thrown. That way he learns that he's not supposed to jump up and maybe knock somebody down. So Tanner lays down and Rhett throws the ball. It's a great combination, and these two are a great team. Good job, guys.